Hello, I'm Jo Klink, co-leader of the Aviation Club, and today I have with me Dick Wernick, retired chief pilot for the Eastern Division of American Airlines. Welcome, Dick. We're glad to have you.
Well, it's good to be here, Joe. We like to talk about airplanes.
We do.
Around people that like airplanes.
What is your aviation background?
Aviation background is one of going through Purdue University, flying for one other airline in between, and then I got on with American Airline for 33 years.
Oh, wow. And as chief pilot, what were your responsibilities? What do you do as a chief pilot?
Try to keep pilots out of trouble, but show them the way to be out of trouble. And in reality, it's somebody that can deal with those people out of the airline too, if we have to talk with NTSB and other outside agencies that moderate our company.
So you interface with agencies, and then you also are oversee pilots?
That's true. There's, in my case, in the East Coast, there's 1,500 pilots from Boston all the way down to Washington, D.C.
Oh.
And
About how many?
We've talked to about 1,500 of them.
Wow.
Probably in a year or two. But it's just to have a common background and people with the same backgrounds and understand our lives in a way that would make them be better pilots.
Sounds like a very responsible and interesting position.
Well, it is for me too, so it's an all-way street.
Now, when you come to the Aviation Club, what will you be speaking about?
We've been asked to talk about a hijacking that went on at American. It was rather complex. Nikola Kovaja is a Serbian background, and you can't reason with a hijacker, but you have to understand them and be available to them and keep them from doing things that you would not want them to do. That's all.
So tell us a bit about the situation, the hijacking situation in brief.
The hijacker himself got out of a prison for $350,000, went back to his home.
So he was in prison,
right?
But he got out.
Right, and the judge allowed him out to visit his wife and 3 daughters in the East Coast. So he went there.
Oh.
That was the end. He went there and made some bombs to strap to his legs to get through the LaGuardia line to hijack an airplane to Chicago. Then he was going to get his other friends out of the jail in Chicago. They wouldn't go. So he had a whole new way to figure out what to do. And along with it, I was in New York and said if he would let the passengers go that he had, not at the terminal, of course, because of his bombs, in Chicago, he would let them all go, have that crew fly you to New York, and I will fly you anywhere in the world you want to go.
So you volunteered.
We've got a long-range airplane.
You volunteered then to fly him wherever he wanted to go?
To give him a plan to get out of what he couldn't figure out what to do anyway.
Well, that must have been a pretty scary situation for you.
Turned out to be a new experience.
I'm sure.
Wow.
Is it true that the hijacker claimed later that it was his idea to fly an airplane into a building, and that that's where Osama bin Laden got his idea to fly planes into the World Trade Center?
In his own words at the end, he said he was the one that envisioned that idea anyway, and he's just proud of it, but it was stolen. So not his idea was used, and he was not happy about that.
I'm sure there are a lot of details that you are going to share with us about this hijacking, and it sounds so very interesting. We look forward to hearing it from you.
I like to share aviation things, and so it'd
yeah,
be good to
good.
see you then too.
All right. Well, we look forward to that, and we invite all of you to join us on November 21st at 1:15 in the Social Center for the Aviation Club. And everyone is welcome, so please join us.
And so I'm going to be there too.
Good.